Hey YouTube, my name is Melanie Gardner. This is my first video. It's a demonstration on how to make reduced calorie buffalo chicken wings. This is my first video, so I might be a little rusty. I'm going to be learning as I go through this process with you myself on how to produce a really good YouTube video. So, what we're going to do today, we're going to take chicken wings that have been cut up in sections. Now, I like to leave the tip on my chicken wings. I like to nibble on these. But one way that you can reduce the fat with your chicken wings is actually take a bottle of water, and what you want to do is get it to a bowl. Take your chicken wings. This is about 3 pounds of chicken wings, and what you want to do is take these chicken wings and drop them off in the hot water. And be careful because this water is boiling hot, okay? So we're going to take them. You're not going to actually cook them in there. You just want to let them stand there for about maybe 5 minutes or so, if even that. And you don't have to put salt in the water because we're going to use a little Lowry seasoning salt when this actually comes back to a boil, okay? So we're going to put this in here for now. Let this boil about 5 minutes. And while that's boiling for 5 minutes, what I suggest you do then is turn on your oven at 450 degrees and have your oven preheating. Okay everyone, I'm back. We have boiled those chicken wings just for a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes. That's it. Anything longer than that will mess up the wing. Now what you want to do, kitchen safety, you would like to get some rags or pot holders. I call everything a rag here. So what I'm going to do is actually take this pot, take it up to the sink, really careful, and we're going to raise these chicken wings out of this hot water. So here I go. And it's important to get them out of the water because you want them to stop cooking, okay? We're not trying to have boiled chicken wings, all right? We're not trying to boil chicken wings. But what we want to do is have a good crispy chicken wing without having to put those chicken wings in butter or margarine, okay? And also one of the reasons that you do boil these wings for a few minutes is that what you're doing is let some of that fat come off in that water, all right? You don't need all that fat. We are going to fill this wing up with flavor. So this is what I suggest you do now. You're going to take a few paper towels because you want to dry the wing off. Moisture is the enemy of crispiness, okay? So what we're going to do is take a few of these wings. I suggest you use some tongs because these are hot. I don't want you getting burnt. And yes, I do in front of a train track, so you may have to just bear with me for a few minutes. And put these wings on a napkin. And if you look at them here, like I say, no, they're not done. You just boil them enough to boil some of that extra fat off them, okay? And what we're going to do here, take some more napkins and just pat as much excess water off these wings that you can. Now remember, your stove should be set on 450 degrees. You're probably like, Mel, you know, that's nickname Mel. Isn't it kind of hot? Well, yeah, we want it hot, all right? But remember, turn them on. At this point, you can handle them a little bit. But if you still can't, you can still use the tongs. And one of my mottos is that in the kitchen, you must definitely use your hands. Don't be afraid to use your hands, okay? So we pat them off. And at this point, I'm going to walk over here to this side, just right here. Bam. And what we have here is actually a cookie sheet that's lined with parchment paper, not wax paper. Wax paper makes extra grease. This is just parchment paper so your wings will not stick to the pan. Because if you put these wings down to a pan without the parchment paper, they're going to stick, and we don't want no wings to stick, okay? So what we're going to do is go ahead right now. And I have very little space, okay? I have a small kitchen, all right? I have a small home. But you need to work with what you got and learn how to utilize that space. And I will talk to you one day in a video about that too. So what we're going to do, like I said, is take a few of these wings here. And actually what you want to do, the side of the wings, you want to place the big side with the most of the skin down. But you want that to crispy up, okay? these are some huge size wings here. I got this from my local grocery store. Ashley Tormes, local grocery store here in Bessemer, Alabama. Alright. Now I can put a few more wings on here. I don't want to make my video too long. I know you got stuff to do. Alright. And you probably say, oh, you know, she forgot the seasoning. Actually, no. What we want to do is come back and use a little Lawry's seasoning salt here. I say Lawry's because I have tried other brands. And other brands just didn't end up tasting as well as Lawry's, okay? Not trying to promote Lawry's, but I'm going to tell you what I use, okay? That way you need to drop a little more. See, that's my oven beeping saying, you know, it's 450 degrees now. And you just sprinkle just a little bit. Just a little. Don't be too heavy-handed. Of seasoning salt on these chicken wings, okay? You turn them over. And no, you don't spray these with any oil or not, or anything, because they're going to make their own oil. They still have enough oil and fat in these chicken wings to still make them good and crispy. We want crispy chicken wings, because the next process I'm going to do is going to be something that you probably never seen before. But also, let me just warn you, with this recipe here, when it comes toward the end with the sauce, your kitchen may smoke up a little bit, okay? So you want to have a good exhaust. I have an exhaust right here. You want to turn it on, because once these wings actually start cooking and doing it right, you're going to see what I mean. So let's hope we don't get too smoky in here. So for right now, I want you to see that we have seasoned the wings just lightly here. And remember, I did say, you know, go back and, you know, turn them on the other side here. So I'm going to go back and turn my wings, this part, you know, you're going to put this part down to the pan here. You want that to crispy up first. And make sure you don't put too much seasoning on here, because the hot sauce that you're actually going to use is called Valentina. I found this over in the Mexican food aisle. I love ethnic food, and this is a very good wing sauce. I use this sauce for lots of things. So as you can see, I use it a lot here. But I love Valentina. Really good, not too vinegary, not too salty. But it adds extra seasoning as well, so you don't want to put too much salt. So here we go. My parchment paper. And this is just pan number 1. So what I'm going to do is take a brief pause, go ahead and put pan number 2, and we're going to let these cook up. Then I'm going to show you how to sauce them and get everything ready. So see you in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. In the meantime, we still have our chicken wings that are actually still baking in the oven at 450 degrees. You're going to bake them at 450 degrees for about 20 minutes, halfway in between the 10-minute mark. What you want to do is flip these over. And like I said, your house may smoke just a little bit in your kitchen, so you will have your exhaust fan on. Right now I don't have mine on because I don't want to mess up the quality of the sound on the video, okay? So while that's still in the oven, I like to make a quick sauce that my family really enjoys. I like to use sour cream. Take out a half a tub of sour cream, a little spicy salad mix or seasoning mix, Hidden Valley Ranch. And what you want to do is actually mix that up together, okay? Now this is a little spicy, and I suggest to your taste like a half a packet. And you're going to use these to dip your wings in, okay? You don't have to have actual ranch in a bottle. I like to use things that I know that are as close to homemade as possible. And don't be afraid to taste. Need a little more seasoning in there. And some people like to put blue cheese. I like feta cheese. So what I'm going to do is take a little feta cheese, and it comes in little balls, and you have to break it up just a little bit because they're kind of chunky. And just break them up in there. Just break it up. Don't be afraid to use your hands, okay? You want just a little bit. I'm not going to use the whole container because I may need this for something else later on during the week. And maybe just a little more of that seasoning packet. I like it really spicy. Yes, we're going to go all the way out. Spicy wings. with the spicy dipping sauce. And also I'm going to have a salad with this, okay? And also a really nice cold beer. Today's Father's Day, so you're going to do it up that way. Now, I'm going to pause for a little bit and finish those wings. I'm going to come back and show you how to do the sauce on these, because after we take them out the oven, you then want to set your oven on broil, because we want these wings to be crispy. So see you in a few minutes. Okay, everyone, I am back. So we have went ahead and we put our chicken in the oven and we baked it. Well, you did more than bake, you kind of crisped it up at 450 degrees. And you're going to have a few pieces that are, you know, a little crispier than others, and you have to kind of shift things around the oven. And also, I just want to tell you, remember you're using parchment paper for your pans. So what you want to do, when you come back around again, line your pans again with more parchment paper. It's better off to actually start off cutting out 2 pieces for each pan size, so that way you don't have too much pausing in between your cooking. You'll have your preparation already set up. I guess I should have told you that at first, but I'm learning too. So, put the pan here. What we're going to do now is just take pieces of this chicken, and you can use your hands if it's cool enough. I'm like a kung fu master. Some of my skin is really tough on my hands. I may look delicate, but I'm tough. Uh-oh, I almost dropped the wing in the sink. Let me hush. And what you want to do then is actually have some of that Valentina sauce right here. All right. Now I only use Valentina, but you can use any hot sauce you want to. But I like this sauce because, like I said, it isn't too vinegary and it isn't too salty. It really is just the right amount of kick. Now you want to get these coated really well. You can use your hands or your tongs. This is really messy, so I really like to use the tongs on this one. Now it's been some days where I just didn't kill. And you don't have to use gloves. This is your kitchen, okay? This is your kitchen and your rules. You want to be clean, but your kitchen, your rules. But clean. So what you want to do is now take the wings and put them on the lined parchment paper cookie sheet. And have a rim cookie sheet, because a cookie sheet with no rims, that just spells disaster and a fire in your kitchen, okay? You want something, because these is going to start dripping. But what we're doing here, the reason we sauce them up, and I got my broiler on, I have a top broiler. I'm going to show you that in a few minutes in my oven. Some people have bottom broilers, but whatever broiler you got, put your chicken close to that broiler on hot. You can't step away from this, by the way. But since it is a little wet, you can actually take about 3 minutes on each side, and don't overcrowd the pan too much because you want them to breathe. What'll happen is this sauce with that broiler on top of it, with that char, you don't want too much of a char, just a little char, it's going to actually brown or caramelize this sauce onto that chicken wing, okay? Alright, and I'm just going to show you one set of wings for now, because I want this to kind of speed up on the video here. But what you're going to do, let me get my stuff straight here. Let me show you. This is what I'm talking about right here. We got the bottom broiler. It's on hot. I'm going to put the wings right up under you. Close it up. What you want to do, let that crispy. Do not walk away, because when you put something in the broiler, time you think that you have control over that fire, next thing you know, you're going to have burnt food. So what you're going to do when this crispies up a little bit and turns brown, you take your tongs and flip them over and get the other side. Now I got another tray of wings right here that I could be working on while that's in there, because actually you want to set everything right up under the broiler. So what you can do is put these in batches. And you know, I got a bunch of wings because I have 2 hungry men. But who am I kidding? I'm going to eat most of these wings. I'm hungry too. But today is Father's Day. And you don't just have to make these wings on Father's Day. You can make these wings anytime. And I'm just saying, you don't have to load everything up with grease. We didn't fry these. We didn't put no flour on them. We didn't put a whole heap of salt on them. Okay? No butter. We just got full flavor. Alright? So I'm going to check back with you in a few minutes, and I'll show you the finished product and how you dress it up and plate it. So see you in a few.